Hi, everyone. I was going to post my Grand Funk Live 2025 reaction today, but I wanted to do this video first. And I'm not sure what I'm going to title it, but it might be a little clickbaity. But the reason is, I want most of my viewers to hopefully watch this video. And maybe I'll name it something like I've got another problem, but it's not a serious problem. Everything's going well with my issue I had with weed a couple of months ago. It's been no problem at all. I don't miss it at all. Uh, I've moved on from it. But anyway, you know, throughout the years on YouTube, one thing that's kind of always bothered me with comments, and I still get them sometimes, I have to deal with it, is I sometimes, as you know, especially if you follow my channel, I mispronounce words sometimes. I struggle. I don't know what it is, but I just struggle with some words and saying them. And uh, what really kind of, just being honest, what really annoys me is when certain people will leave a comment. I'll do this whole whatever 10-minute video, and the only comment they leave is you mispronounced this word, and they kind of make me feel a little stupid, I guess, because they don't say any. It would be different, and I have received that too. Just recently, somebody was very nice. They talked about the video, and then they just said at the end, P.S., this is how you pronounce this word, which is fine. That's a lot better. But like I said, there's just certain people I notice the only time they comment is if I make a mistake. And that is annoying. And they don't, like I said, they don't talk about anything else except I made a mistake. And so I've been doing a little research on my problem. And I'll just show you. So what I use is, it's called Grok. It's like AI. And that's the only thing, there is some good with AI. And so here I asked AI, is there a correlation between these two issues I have? I can't read oh, sorry, you can't see me. There I am. Is there a correlation between these two issues I have? I can't read a book from start to finish, never have, but I can still read a book in shorter segments by reading different sections, not in the order they appear. I'm just all over the book. I've never read a novel, so these are just mainly music biographies, etc. I also have trouble pronouncing some words that I see. For instance, I know how to pronounce asylum. I said it properly. Now, this happened just recently doing the Kiss album covers. They have an album called Asylum. When it is connected with Insane Asylum, I can, if I see Insane Asylum, I say it properly. But when I saw that Kiss album with Asylum on it, I said Aslam. And I don't know why until, I was corrected a couple of times, and then I'm thinking it over. Asylum, Salem. It gets, now my brain kind of gets wacky. And then it's like, asylum. Why am I saying asylum, right? But this happens to me. And so AI responded. They do this. It's really fast, and they go through all these web pages and everything, and they came up with this. Yes, there appears to be a potential correlation between the two issues you've described, as both can be indicative of underlying challenges related to dyslexia. Did I say that right? Dy, dy, dys, dys, dyslexia, or similar phonological processing difficulties. I'll break this down based on common patterns observed in these conditions. Sequential, see right there, I'm struggling a little bit, right? And it's also because that word I've probably never said in my life. And I'm reading it, right? And so I'm struggling. Sequential reading challenges. Your description of struggling to read a book linearly from start to finish, but being able to handle shorter, non-sequential segments aligns with known sequencing deficiencies. See, right there, I'm struggling again. Often seen in dyslexia. Don't laugh at me. This involves trouble maintaining and processing order sequences in short-term memory, which can make following a continuous narrative or structure feel overwhelming. However, jumping between sections allows for more flexible, less order-dependent engagement, which might serve as a natural coping strategy. Research highlights that people with dyslexia frequently show impairments in retaining verbal sequences, such as word order, while item recognition, understanding individual parts remains stronger. This can persist into adulthood and isn't limited to fiction. It commonly affects non-fiction like biographies as well. And then it did go on a little bit more, but it got a little more technical, I guess. But right, like I said, right there, I feel overall I'm smart. I'm not stupid, but I do struggle. And I do a lot of song reactions on Patreon and album reactions. And people will request a song and they'll write a little blurb and I read it. And, once in a while there's a word and I just struggle to say it. And it's, it is frustrating. And, I'm just letting my viewers know, please understand, I'm not perfect, as you know. And it would be nice if you just kind of ease up on correcting me if I stumble over a word or two. Because, it sucks. And I've got, I enjoy YouTube for the most part, but, I come across, a comment like that once in a while, and it kind of gets me down, I guess. It's like, it makes me feel like an idiot, I guess. And, I struggle, of course, besides the chronic pain, I have celiac disease. And just a quick story here about, I have to eat gluten-free. I got these 2 cans of Swiss chalet soup. And this says right here, gluten-free. And so I got 2 cans. So I had this one yesterday. It was very, very good. And I thought, I'm going to have chicken soup again. That other can was delicious. But when I was heating it up, I noticed that the noodles were different. And so I looked at the can, and of course it doesn't say gluten-free on it. And I look at the ingredients and contains wheat. So if I had not, double checked and had that soup, I would have been really, really sick. I've been lucky the last 2-3 years not to have any gluten, because like I said, when it does happen, it's not good. It's not fun. But yeah, I deal with problems. and these problems I can't help. And I'm not even, I'm not sure if I'm dyslexic. Is that how you say it? I probably am. But I would love your thoughts on it. What do you think? Or maybe I just, like I said, a lot of the times it's with a word that, I've seen before, but I've just never said it. And so I struggle saying the words sometimes. And it's frustrating as Fuck. And that is it. Yeah. And I'm just asking all my viewers that do comment, just take it easy on me with my lack of putting words together sometimes like I am now. Eh, uh, that's it. And tomorrow, I hope you check out the Grand Funk Railroad 2025 live reaction. Uh, yeah, that's it. Have a great day. Goodbye.